What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. Turn this thing on out. Now, let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
27-8. On 2.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Sahad. 180.
Burrow from the gun. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Williams now on 1st and 10. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
On 1, right?
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
12. Here we go. 180. Stop.
Another run for Williams. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He's going to be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion rule.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow gets it at 1 point. They got the football call, but not the first. That stop just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
180. Right up. Stop.
4th down. Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing. Evan McPherson.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry from Christian McCaffrey. He gets it ahead, lines up with about 3. There's Geno Stone up there to make that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Setting up to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on a quick hit. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. To throw now. Cut out left. Cuts his way through a tackle. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he makes the house call. It's a pick 6 for Cincinnati.
Kate, I know you feel the same questions I do from people as, well, they have a rooting interest in the game. Is it hard to not root for your home team or anything like that? No, the only thing we root for, to be honest, is a close game. And right now, with this kind of start, it doesn't feel like we're going to have one.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. Fights up for tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And they steal it back on the return. Now, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys, hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
On 1, ready?
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
11. Cut. 180. Cut.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cut back upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
On 2, ready?
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
11, Thomas. 180. 180. 12. Cut.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On 1, ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
11, mighty. Here we go, here we go. 180. Legs hot.
Williams will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 11, 11. Hey, can. Stop.
Straight ahead for Williams. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
3rd and goal. They need 3 yards here.
Gun. Got. 180. 180 hot. Got.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's Burrow. It's caught by Williams. This is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Take over.
Back to work they go after the interception. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Hiking 18.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. We're 3-1 on Monday Night Primetime. 17-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break.
39-yard line.
2nd quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after 2nd-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That goes for 32 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
First down, play action. Ooh, he must have thrown the custom. Defender had it in his hands, and he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10.
Set up. Bravo 80. Go.
From the gun, McCaffrey. He used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
18 Tiger, 18 Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready, ready.
Going run again with McCaffrey. He's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
This is one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, ready, hut. Hut, hut.
They'll throw for it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here we go. 180. 180 hot. The hot.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Here we go, here we go. Die!
Burrow out of the shotgun. It's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Short pass ball in. Looks great initially, but he is short on that 1st down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hup.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Bombs for the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Lion. Check go.
Back to throw. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. It's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Here we go, Shaq. Rocco 80.
No throw. 3rd and long. It's in a row. They dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. Does force a 4th down. The Steelers set to punt it. Tony Pollard on the return. Pulled in at the 20. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. 12. Right 80. What is up?
On play action here. Burrow. Finds the end route complete. The tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go. Hey, can. Shot.
1st and 10. It's Pollard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Shot.
Man in motion, headed right.
Right 80. Shot.
Off the play fake, Burrow. Looking right, and he finds it. And they bring him down around the 34. That's a pickup of 9. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's get set. Shot.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. The Steelers calling their 1st timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
11. Here we go. Shot.
They stay on the ground with Williams. They're working a couple yards past the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. They're down to their final 1 in this half. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Shot. 11. Shot.
Taken in by Chase, left side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. So Brock, we're down to 1 minute and 59 seconds to play now in our opening half. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Up, wide 80.
In the red zone now. Right back to Chase. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals make it a 24-point ball game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Throw to begin this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Throw it. Great defensive play. Jar it loose. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
19 right. Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kid, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
His offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. 180. Raise up. Shot.
Burrow to the air now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Now, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Here we go.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Can't handle the hot throw there as it winds up incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. They'll send out the punting unit. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line.
18-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
Come out throwing. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
A throw on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However brought, they do at least force this 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. Pollard deep to return it. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
Here's Williams to start the drive. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Stand 10.
Throw from the gun. He isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Here we go. 180. 180.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready? 1918.
They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
60 Eagles, 60.
2nd and 10. Here's the pass. It isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Bengals into the nickel set, third down. Here he goes, third and long. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions.
Look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That screen snipped out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Looking in the air here. Gets it through the middle. And then a brilliant player out to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We've not seen much achievement today.
He's dropping back to throw. Falls to the ground now, left incomplete.
As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Go! 18 Cardinal. Go!
They'll air it out on 3rd. This is Metcalf working out inside. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go! Cougar 19!
Pass play on 1st and 10. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. The tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one. He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. Check go.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Shut up. Viking 18.
He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
No run here, it's McCaffrey. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
6-yard line.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
It's a new quarterback on here. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for third and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. He pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing fourth down play.
They want the touchdown on fourth and goal. They're going for it from the 3.
Tag. 70 Lions, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Don't go for it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Steelers leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point conversion coming up.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Set go.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Now from the 7-yard line, after that penalty, Brock, they are still going to try for 2.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
All right, they're going to throw for it. This is caught. And he's in. The 2 points right. Puts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game.
Steelers 8. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Don.
And here he goes on the boot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
On second down, they're running with Williams. And whatever they were try to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Cut. Right 80. What is that? Cut.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has him on a quick hitter. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the bunker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be 4th down. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It is Bengal football, and they're going to start the final quarter up by a couple of scores. So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Let's see what he can do on the return. It's a nice running on that return. He gets out past the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll start this one out of McCaffrey, and he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he let his man just too much there. That's an incomplete pass. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down now.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready? Sammy Lion.
Now throw, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
To throw here on 1st down. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up. And this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. And he sure came as all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. Lightning 18.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced back. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Williams now on 1st and 10. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Let's get set. Right, 80.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He's involved up there with a drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, Brady 3rd and extra longs, that's exactly how you get it done.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. This is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Stop. 11. Stop.
Play action here. Burrow. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And they're going to stop him, but he's got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
At the 8-yard line.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Here we go. Right, 80. Stop.
Give to Williams from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Calling around 3 on the play. They're set up with 2nd and goal from the 5.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves a whole playbook wide open for you.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Burrow gets it out right quick. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
To number 1, Jamar Chase. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 11. Right, 80. Right, touch. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
It's 4th down and goal.
Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This from 30 yards out.
30-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
He fields it from the 8. This makes it up to the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
29-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on. 19 tight. 19. 60 bison. 60 bison.
Here's a throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
1st and 10 from the 43.
11. Gun. Stop. 180. Play shot. Stop.
No running here. It's Todd Brooks. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Stop.
Running once more with Brooks. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bengals close to picking up their 5th win.
On 1, ready?
3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
12. Let's get set. Stop.
Again, it's Brooks. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right
Big
up the gut,
13.
number 1,
Big 13.
control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
Here we go.
Lining up to take it in on 2nd down.
180. Let it touch. Stop.
We're drawn up for him.
Here we go.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
Let it touch.
So the Bengals take this one on the road.